The kind of talks to have you thinking out, the kind of thoughts to make your mama proud. We just up here having conversations. You with it or it's no relations with no cancellations. Catch us moving with no regulations till we end up at our destination. If you're looking for a laugh or you just need to smile, whatever that you need to make you laugh out loud. It's the Kreatives Podcast. Listen, it's the Kreatives Podcast. Yeah.
Yo, welcome to another episode of the Kreatives Podcast. I am Reese. This is...
What's good?
Hey, man, if you can tell, we are very close best friends. It don't get no closer, man. Come on, man. Get up in here, man. Get up in here.
You put your arm around me, man?
Hey, man. And side note, we got a guest with us today. We got Mr.
I ain't nobody, man.
Okay. Anonymous. I didn't know he wanted me to say his name or whatever. A man of many traits and
many talents.
Yes.
I wear a few hats.
You wear a few hats.
I wear a few hats.
But nah, man, I did a skit.
Yeah.
Well, I made a real video where I told people. I made a video where basically I said, "Look, I'm gonna give my mom $20,000." I said that I made $30,000 on Facebook, which you can make on that. I'm in a program right now where I can make up to $30,000 just for the month of July. So if y'all ain't noticed, I've been
July. I think it's August.
Well, it started in July and it goes for 30 days
I was gonna say,
or whatever. So I've been trying to pump out content and really like see if I could get a bag or whatever. But I think it's a little. Once you monetize videos on Facebook, they kind of kill the momentum because they don't want to pay out like that or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, let me figure out a way to post a video that'll get people's attention. So I said I made $30,000 on Facebook. And so my mom came down to watch our kids so me and my wife can go out. We all went out to eat. Him and his wife went out to a nice Hispanic restaurant. I won't say Mexican.
You say Mexican. Mexicans say Mexican.
Yeah, but Mexicans say something else too that I don't fully condone. They say it more than we do.
They're my cousins, man. Our southern cousins.
I don't know, man. They say it a little. They don't have to deal with the problems of that word. Okay.
Mexican.
Most they got to deal with is Trump just talking his mess.
Shit, most man. Look, I think now they probably would. We should vote Trump back in. Goddamn it, because
you know what? I wasn't even gonna talk about this. There's
fucking up.
Bruh, there's a rapper. So if you don't know, in Cali, I think it's like a Mexican gang. They're called like the Southsiders.
They all support Trump?
No, they he was on I think he was on like a podcast or just doing an interview or something. And I guess he raps, and so they asked him something about who he was signed to, and he said that he would never sign to a black person.
Oh, really?
Like a black person can't be
over him.
Yeah.
And so the white guy was like, he was like, hold on, let me ask you the question because I want to make sure it's not coming from a place of racism. He's like, is this because of like the prison system, like in Cali, like how the Mexicans with the Mexicans, the whites with the whites, and then he even said that like he said, you know what's weird is that whenever we got a group up, we group up with the white people against the blacks.
Yeah.
And so when I was hearing that. But then so this is why I was getting to them using the word. It was a guy who saw that interview. And that's how I know that. This rapper in Houston saw it. And he was like, man, I forgot his name. Some young, all the Hispanics got that little cut now. That straight cut across the front. And then it's like a shag. I promise. I'm going to put it on the screen. I'm going to show you how the haircut. But this is the haircut that every young Mexican kid has right now.
I must don't know that. No, not Mexican.
Bro, I promise. If I show it to you, you will be like, yes, I've seen 18 of these little. It's the equivalent of how all our kids got the little
nappy dude.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's they young kid or whatever. Mexican young kid.
I work with a bunch of Mexicans, man. They boys cool.
All you can do is ask them about where is it at?
We all look for Mr. George at the same time and take lunch.
I don't think you're gonna find it.
No, if I put in meme, I know it'll pop up. Cause I know that people it's like they got a thick bang. This right here. It'd be like straight across their forehead, like this right here. This is the perfect one. The Egger.
The Egger?
Yeah. Look, see, somebody said, "What is this haircut?" So it'd be like,
Where you find that on Google?
so this is it right there, and it'd be like a shag going down the back, like a mohawk in a sense.
That's like a Mexican mullet.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. The Edgar. Hey man, let me get that Edgar. But no, so this dude was like, "Look, I don't know how y'all get down in Cali, but over here in Houston, Texas, like we get bread with the blacks. Like but he was saying like, my nigga this, my but he said it like literally every other word.
Yeah,
like, nigga, I don't know, but you niggas like no, this is the Houston young Mexican kid. You know what I'm saying? He's talking, nigga, we get money with the blacks. We doing, I don't know what y'all doing. That shit sounds stupid over there, but I know in Cali, like bro,
it's different.
And even in the prison system, like Mexicans don't play. It don't matter how cool he was with you on the outside. When they go inside, they be like, look, you either rocking with us or you against us.
It's like that in Houston. I mean, in Texas too, though. But now, well, it ain't even a new thing now. But when I was on vacation,
people, just so you.
Yeah, vacation, and it used to be you either gonna be Eminem, you're gonna be TS, or you're gonna be where your people from.
Did you ever experience like any of like that hardcore? Because I know sometimes people get an idea of what they think the vacation is, and it ain't real. I think some of it be true, but then some of it's kind of just what's that word?
It's like this, man. You just think about it. If you've been in these streets, right? You hustling, you doing whatever you doing in the streets, right? And you know a bunch of niggas you doing this shit with in the streets, right? Well, when you go on vacation, who you gonna see in there? The same niggas you was out there in the streets doing that shit with, right? So it's gonna be however it was at that moment, it's gonna be just like that, just mixed in with a bunch of older niggas that ain't been nowhere. That's been doing this street shit from a whole different generation. And they still think they fresh or relevant, or them niggas got hella hands, and you gonna respect the model that, you know what I mean, that's been laid wherever you at.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, it just depends. It just depends, but yeah, niggas.
Cause my daddy went on vacation, but that's when I don't know what it is about a dad who don't be in your life. And Dad, I love you. You know that, but I gotta say it. I don't know what it is about a dad who he don't mess with you a lot while he out. But when that nigga go to jail, I ain't never had so many letters, arts and crafts. He done made stitching of the whole family. Everybody got their own little stitching where he done like the little pose like this. He got one of me like as a baby and all that. And it was dope, you know what I'm saying? Like to have. Because I'm young, so I'm sitting there like, yeah, man, look at my daddy baby, man. That nigga drew me from memory, man. He probably did me as a baby because that's the last time he saw. Oh, if I do stand up, that's going to have to be on the joke. And I'm getting that itch to want to go out. Because I'm seeing people. It's a dude I follow, Danny Lopriori. Yeah. The one that's saying, let me suck your titties, baby.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That guy. He did his first stand up and he went up and did an hour.
Yeah.
Because he has like a big podcast. He already has like a big following, went viral a million times. So I guess he was just like, I'm gonna just shoot for the stars. Yeah. And like that's something that I would, man, to go up. Bro, it's most people that's been doing this stuff for a year, months that can't get up there and talk for an hour, bro, because that time go by. You see these lights? Imagine if it's 10 more of them, but then there's 100 people out there, and that's how.
And them niggas ain't saying nothing. You just going.
Yeah, they just like this.
They just looking at your ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of my comedy comes from reaction. So you see a lot of my skits, you see me remixing stuff. It's me like, oh, this would be funny. Bop, bop, bop. I do my creativity, do it.
Go in there and talk about people.
Man, but I ain't built like that.
All right.
I'm gonna have to hire, some people that been on vacation to come sit out in the crowd and be like, yeah, shut your. So then they can start.
Man, that's right.
Shoot, because I already know what scares me is, I think if I really buckle down, I could go up there and do a hard 5-10 minutes. I know I could do that.
Yeah, you did one.
But shit, I did, man. I did 5, or I did about like 4. But the story really should have took me about 7 minutes. But when I tell you, I wasn't stopping because I knew if I stopped, I was going to forget the story or I was going to skip to the end and miss all the punchlines and all that stuff. But I've been thinking of like jokes I could tell
Don't write that shit down.
I think today I was thinking about like if I had my wife in this, you know, if she was there supporting me or whatever, and I'd be like, yeah, man, like, look, baby, stand up. I know she probably wouldn't stand up. Like, yeah, that's my wife right there. I'd be like, man, I don't want to
embarrass her. That's cool.
Because I know how she is. I'd be like, man, that's my wife right there. I want her to stand up so they can see the booty. I'd be like, man, yeah, see, that's me right there. I'm like, look, I don't know how I got her, but I got her. You know what I'm saying?
I did that.
I be sitting around wondering, like, man, how did I get her? Yeah. And then, you know, some days I'd be like, damn, why did I get her? But see, that's a joke. I can't tell with her there. Because then she'll be like,
yeah, you tell
me about that stuff.
Yeah, she'll be like, why are you using me as your, like, that'll be the last time I'm ever able to tell that joke.
Yeah, you can't even talk about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, she really stopped, so I had to, like, talk like I just got hoes or something, just talk about them or whatever.
Yeah.
But either way it go, and then if I talk about the kids, don't be talking about my son. Like, I'm like, look, baby, he got to pay some bills right here. Okay? So if he got to get talked about, I can't talk about my daddy all day. I can.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot I had this cake here, man. Hold on. Sorry, podcast.
This nigga got white cake with white ice.
No, and we got some white only pie, and we got a track that's probably driven by white men. Shout out to the white people that rock with me. Mob and Genius, H and Izzy. They be down there on they be down in the hood. Where they be with the Slabs every weekend?
MLK?
The other one. They'll start with an M. McGregor. They be down there at McGregor. They had the whole Slab community mad at them because, you know, they be parking boys and crashing. They be getting all the footage because they be down with their cameras making Slab videos and all that. That's what they big for. And people love it, but then they're crashing, so they're catching that too.
Right.
And everybody's sharing it. So then they're getting mad at them because they got the cameras. But it's like, y'all was sharing it too when it was cool, but then now that the police trying to look for who
did it.
Yeah, now it's like, man, they need to stop doing that, man. They snitching, they whatever. It's like,
I be like, yeah, man, that camera got stolen at Walmart. Man, shit. I ain't seen that whole cent, man.
Man, they down there. Man, I think some of these cats, what kill me is that I be like, it's like a badge of honor to be able to like wreck your stuff and come right back next weekend. Like, yeah, nigga, I'm back. Oh, fuck that. Somebody put something on layaway or something. They making payments because I ain't finna bounce back with 20, 30K.
Yeah. Just the Slabs don't cost.
What them swangers go for? Don't they be like 5,000 a wheel?
Yeah.
I ain't. Last time I fuck with some swang, it was 97. I am not in the game anymore.
So what was you and Fat Pat? How much was y'all paying?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We didn't back in the day.
Or
we didn't buy.
I know you say you went on vacation. Did you pay for the rims?
I didn't pay for no pair of rims. I ever had. The one I got on my truck now, that's the only.
This guy here, I be telling him, see there, he might do it now because he see how it is. All he gotta do is set everything up and talk. This guy has stories for days. There's a lot of stuff he gotta say in code words. Because I know the real story. I know that he was the state, the bench press state holder at Penn State. What he told me. I don't know if his record is still up there. You know what I'm saying? Anybody, if you're on vacation and y'all be in there on vacation with your phone, you watching this?
What's up? Hey, my cousin had called me on Instagram.
Yeah, he had like
while he was in.
His cousin used to be like liking my stuff, and I was like, "Hey, that's your cousin."
Yo, I used to call them nigga every day after chow.
You weren't supposed to have a phone though, right?
Nah.
So like how? Because don't they check everything, or is it not as?
No, it is, but it's the people that work there. They the problem. We ain't the problem. We ain't leaving. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers coming in and up out that bitch. Like I say, if you was hustling in the streets, man, you gonna hustle in that bitch. I used to go to China, nigga. I used to have 1 and 1 in my pocket, nigga, every day. A cigarette and a weed square, nigga. When we leave the chow house and we going to the rec yard, me and my partner, man, we finna smoke, we finna get high. And then we gonna go when they run the first call in, we gonna goddamn me go in that bitch and eat. You know what I mean? Call it a day.
And see, that's why I be like, how I say to myself, how does that get in there? And then I'm like, there's only one way. The same way like we be talking about drugs getting into America.
Yeah.
Like they can stop a nuclear weapon or stuff like that, but you can't stop some packs of weed and
you know
crack.
How much money ran through that bitch, bro? That shit is an industry in its own self now. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's one of the ones where like they kind of getting double off of it. Like they getting the bread from it coming here, and then they got the people who are just oblivious arresting them, and then getting your money from the prison system. Mm-hmm. I feel like, man, that's why when you go down that's a whole rabbit hole to go down of like of all the things that's intertwined and all that stuff. But speaking of like the jail, well, we already know our thoughts on Charleston White. What are your thoughts on Charleston White?
Charleston White, man, you got to look at Charleston White from two different type of perspectives. Because on one hand, the nigga do a lot of good in his community, man. And the nigga come from, he from Fort Worth, right?
Yeah.
My brother from Fort Worth. You know what I mean? I used to be in Fort Worth with my brother in Como back in the 80s, man. And
shout out to my Fort Worth fam.
Yeah, them niggas out there, them niggas gangbang like them niggas in California. You understand? So, just on one perspective, right? For a nigga to come out of that shit and then to go back and do good for the young men and young women in his community, that's dope. But then for a nigga to be an asshole online, you know what I mean? And it kind of looks like a big contradiction, you know what I mean? But really, the nigga just running Jeff. We call it Jeff. Nigga just running that little Jeff game, man. That nigga there just telling y'all. He telling y'all what he doing. He don't give a fuck. He gonna get on here. He gonna talk his shit. Yeah. Y'all gonna give him some publicity. He gonna run the bag up real quick, and then he gonna fuck everybody else that ain't a part of his, you know what I'm saying, his team. That nigga ain't out here to be friends with these niggas, man. You understand?
So speaking of
now, does that make what he doing right or wrong, man? Who the fuck cares?
It's just like a
right
mix.
Or wrong. It's just about.
It's a mix, bro. Because it's like if you got some sense, you know you got hood niggas, you got niggas that's a mixture that used to be hood that's like now they doing better, and you got the ones who never was in none of that and they don't understand that. Like you can probably see somebody's perspective of why they did something.
I'm gonna tell you another thing though about Charleston White. I think the nigga is legally licensed to carry a firearm too. So the nigga ain't any trained.
Yeah,
he is.
He's shown that.
Right. So this is the thing though. Like this is how you know you getting played because the nigga, if he wanted to, I don't know what would happen, but from what I heard, you know, because I don't be on the streets like that, man. That shit there, it fuck your mind up. You know what I mean? It make you retarded. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? These niggas got to be retarded arguing with goddamn me.
But see that, and that's this is what he be saying. And I'm gonna show you. I want y'all to hear the audio because that shit had me rolling.
Oh, he was jumping around.
Yeah. He was like, yeah. He said, got that nigga. He said, yeah. He said, y'all fall for it every time.
Yeah, it's a game for this nigga, man.
And it's like.
This nigga playing catch and shoot with you niggas.
So
right?
the dude that he got this. So Charleston White going back, like he always go live, and then people will call in, and most of the people that like the rappers who don't like him and stuff, they'll call in and be talking noise or random people like, man, we gonna get you when you come to such and such, and he just be talking bad to him. Like the audio where it's like he say, F your baby, and he's like, my daughter. Yeah, your daughter. Fuck that. F that bitch. Like he's sitting there.
Nigga up.
So I think he apologized just for like, but if it makes sense, he wasn't. He didn't mean it toward the daughter, even though that's what he said. It was more of, I'm gonna make you mad.
And you know, that.
And we gonna see what you gonna do.
Just cause the nigga say I ain't mean it that way, that's just lying. The nigga, however it came out of nigga mouth, man, that's how a nigga meant that shit. Otherwise, niggas ain't too dumb the way they can't motherfucking me watch the words that they use. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the thing. When it comes to gang people, he don't care. If you've done anything that's a detriment to the community or still talking about it doing, he don't care. Right. But it's different because you know we listen to like a Young Thug, like we like his music, but to him he don't care. He don't care about none of that. Yeah. He talking about killing people. I don't care how good the song sound. F him. F his daughter, F whoever was with him, he gonna say all that just to rile a person up. And it's like if you really a gangster,
you just gonna look at that.
You don't get back on. You don't get online and say and have the money like this and be like, yeah, we gonna find you. Yeah. You literally telling the police, hey, I'm gonna put money on his head. Yeah. Come look into what else I be doing.
See, that's that stupid nigga shit, man. And I don't even saying like nigga as a nigga.
I'm gonna see if this says. Hopefully it starts off with where he went off.
Say man, that boy Flo say Charleston White can't step foot in Atlanta, but I better not catch you in no Atlanta home at all. I promise you.
So this is good.
We have an Atlanta rapper have now just been arrested
Look at this nigga,
for
man.
making online threats to Charleston White.
He got overalls on. Yeah. Hey, what's that nigga name?
Oh, let it play. Look.
He was arrested for making online threats to Charleston White. Not only that, he's a convicted felon, and he was seen in a video that he uploaded with a gun. Oh, and he's already been to federal prison. Say, I got me one, boys.
I did the file for it
Oh,
every time,
I got me one, boys.
Oh, it's
I got me one.
There you go.
Oh, I got me one. Oh, I knew I was going to get me a body. Oh, I got a body, y'all. I got a body. I done caught a body. And he in handcuffs right motherfucking now. I just got the
Put
call.
that nigga in jail, man.
Guess who it is? Everybody gonna guess who it is? Somebody get that. Somebody get anybody.
Bruh, so,
Oh my God.
fam,
That's crazy.
you know what I'm saying? So, like, now this dude locked up, and I know he probably sitting there like, I really let this dude.
I let him
Just
get
'cause
me.
I-
Trick me out my.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trick him out of
and like, he said all this joking stuff, but he talked about how they called him and was like whatever the officers that went and got the dude was like, look, I think they was like, thank you. He's been blah blah blah. Like basically,
He been doing some other
Charleston
shit.
White literally is like, look, if you into anything that's a detriment to the community, I'm going against you. You know what I'm saying? It not like on the last podcast we talked about how he just apologized to Nipsey Hussle and his family.
Yeah, I saw that.
Cause
What they
like,
do?
well, whenever he'll say like fuck a rapper, but he's talking about the persona.
Yeah.
Right.
The
So
character.
he's saying F Nipsey Hussle, but I rock with Aramis, which is Nipsey Hussle's real name. If
Yeah.
you didn't know. So, but to us, we just see that as the same person. So if you say F Nipsey, like if you say F Creative Comedy, you saying
that's
F
all you
Maurice Gates.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where people, if you can like read in between all the BS, because I mean, he's funny.
Yeah.
It is what it's like. I'm from the country. I'm from Texas, so I know a little nigga like this. I met
Nigga,
somebody.
everybody
Yeah,
know a nigga like
you know what I'm saying.
that.
So
He looked like in this video. He looked like Wesley Snipes in Demolition.
oh yeah. So
with the red hair.
yeah,
What's his name? Simon the Phoenix.
that's what he need to dress up as Halloween.
Yeah.
Like that'll be hilarious. But so I can see where he be coming from with stuff, but I also can see how the hood niggas be mad at what he's saying because it's disrespectful. Like they don't see the difference in. Because I mean, they might not even want to say F the rapper or the persona because they still living their life
They
or
still
whatever.
think that shit all in one.
Yeah,
Niggas still running that shit congruent. What they call it? They running that shit together.
but like people, they keep talking about how they like. I already like when he first came out, I was like, man, they gonna touch him.
Yeah,
but they ain't touched him yet, so it's damn near like he invincible now. But then I'm like, why y'all gonna touch him, but y'all ain't touch Zimmerman?
Yeah.
Why want to touch him, the one who he just saying F the rappers?
Why? You know why? Cause the nigga ass don't go to penitentiary for real. You fucking white folk like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because then, what they gonna do is they gonna come together. Because Zimmerman, motherfuckers might not even like Zimmerman, but there's a whole group of people that stand behind what Zimmerman believe. Even though we don't agree, he believed he was doing the right thing. Now who are we to say whatever? That's his belief, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's a bunch of motherfuckers that believe, that'll back him up in his belief. But ain't nobody gonna bag a brother up when he trying to stand up for what's right.
Yeah, so
Yeah, if that would have been reversed.
So
If it was reversed.
yeah, man. Well, see, if it was reversed, we wouldn't be talking about whoever it is.
Yeah,
that
we'd be
killed
talking
the
about-
kid, that killed the
yeah.
white kid. They already be gone or locked up, and then gone while they was locked up. The Aryan Brotherhood would have.
Yeah.
It's somebody. There would have been justice.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But
What they call justice,
yeah. And speaking of justice, the NFL called themselves giving some justice to DeShaun Watson. Somebody said, I saw a meme and it showed this person, like it showed the dude bent over like this and they had a paddle and the guy was like, pat. They was like, that was the penalty. That was basically because he got 200. Deshaun Watson, y'all know about this whole issue with him not forcing himself, but like I guess kind of coercing the massage therapist to touch him.
Touch his groin.
Yeah.
Babe, I'm just saying, I got to pull more.
Yeah, I pulled my groin.
Yeah.
You know?
It feel like by my gooch area.
Right
I'll pull them balls up.
Yeah, it's easy to gather your hands together down here.
Yeah, lay hands on me.
Yeah.
So, and what I'll never understand how, man, if I have $275 million and he got a bad chick, so I don't understand why he's
Maybe Sean don't.
She probably don't.
That's all I'm gonna say.
She don't do what he
I
want.
forgot it don't matter how bad a chick is. Because Halle Berry got cheated on 1,000,000 times. Shout out.
Beyonce too.
That's what I'm saying. So it ain't. It's some girls that don't look as great, but they gonna treat you great, and that's why you see whatever. That's why you see them weird couples with the big white girl and the little skinny black man, because they do exactly what's needed for each one or whatever. But
That's a lesson in itself.
bro. So Deshaun Watson, he signed a deal with Cleveland for $275 million.
Yeah.
I think like 200. You said how much was guaranteed?
230 guaranteed.
230 guaranteed.
Fully guaranteed.
They signed somebody that they knew they weren't gonna have for a year, but that's just how bad.
Yeah, it
Cleveland.
was like and then they structured the contract.
It's only for a year?
Well,
No.
he sat out all of the last football year with the Texans because he didn't want to be there.
It's like 4 or 5 years.
And then the whole scandal
Something like
happened
that.
as soon as he didn't want to play for him, and they were hiding stuff for him too. So that's where I think they got in trouble too or something. But then he got traded to Cleveland, and then I guess once he beat the case or whatever, the NFL can punish you. But my thing is like I feel like if you beat your case, regardless of what
They beat it or they settled out of court.
It's I think it's settlements.
It's something
it's a
like-
lot of settlements.
Yeah.
Because it's 24 women, I think, out of the 24, like 20 or
that's
22.
You said a lot of them were lying though.
Yeah.
They found were like some of them were lying, so you already know it's a money grab.
Yeah, I already know.
Because I learned that like whenever you get like a whole lot of money, and regardless of what you do, they'll sue you, and it costs so much money to fight it that the person will just pay
Settle.
whatever the settlement
Just
is
to
just
get
to
you
be
out
done
there.
with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
just to be done with it or whatever. So he probably gave them some bags and was like, look. And hopefully he learned his lesson, like, because Mystical just got locked up again for rape. It's like, this is 3 times, like, bro.
Now we got to ask the question.
What's the slogan?
Judge Bush
Fool me
said
once.
first.
Yeah, you can't fool me again. So it's like, and bro, I literally just saw Mystical. I went to my homeboy, that he's one of the managers for Kalen for real. He invited me to their show at the House of Blues, and Mystical just popped up randomly.
Yeah.
And they had him sing one song or whatever. I got that. Came over my dick.
Like, yeah, I was gonna say he said that.
No, I don't think he did that one. Is that Danger?
It might be.
Okay, so yeah, he did Danger.
Yeah.
So then he might have got to that part, but then he like stopped or whatever. But nah, man, they so after Deshaun beat the case or the settlements, they fined him for 11 games, and then he's actually his 12th game is gonna be against the Texans.
Yeah.
So
it's 11 games and $5 million.
But this is the thing, you're gonna have another quarterback that's playing for 11 games, and if he's doing great,
You gonna say that?
It's
but you just paid somebody $275 million, so it's kind of like you gonna have to do something.
Yeah.
Nigga,
Yeah.
I hope
Because you
he
can't
come
trade.
in-
That's a hard contract to trade.
Yeah, I hope that nigga he stay on at the top of his game. I hope he come in and when he play them Texans, man, he throw for 1,000 motherfucking yards. Man. Ooh, I hope that nigga though, man. Say that ball ought to be smoking when it's leave the field. When it's time to turn over, them niggas, you know what I'm saying? Niggas say hut first down.
Well, I hope he don't get hurt, because if he get a growing issue, he ain't gonna have nobody to be able to
Hey,
fix
he
it.
gonna be fucked up.
Hey, that has been another episode of the Creatives Podcast. I am Reese.
J Dub.
Shout out to my partner from
The tech nigga in the back.
Mr. John. What they call it, John Doe.
Nah,
Mr.
I know from dead niggas, man. I'm just a nigga in the back, man.
Okay, the nigga in the back. NIB, man. Neil.
Yeah.
My nigga Neil.
Yeah.
Man, oh look.
It's the Creatives Podcast. Listen, it's the Creatives Podcast. Yeah, yeah.